Welcome to Zero Build Tactics. I got two really great games for you today, guys. And we're already in the first situation right here. So what's happening? I am down here on top of this building. The rest of my squad has just been wiped. We're playing reload here. And there's an enemy team of 3 people right here. I did eliminate one of them roughly 20 seconds ago right here at the gas station. And I know the guy is gonna be respawning very soon. And I felt spicy here. I wanted to attack the rest of the squad. So how do we go about it? The advantage I have right now is that I have a high ground and they don't know at all that I'm there. Plus, they're all 3 stacked on top of each other right at the same position. But realistically, what needs to happen before I can make the push? There's no way I can just run into 3 people. And even if I get one guy, there's still gonna be 2 people shooting me, plus another guy respawning. Realistically, I have to get rid of 2 people to force 1v1 versus the other guy, eliminate him, and then deal with the guy respawning. That's the plan I made in my mind. Let's see how it played out. I hit 4 nice shots with my infantry rifle to start off the fight. And as the zone hits, I do manage to knock one of the guys. And not only that, I noticed that since I heard footsteps on me, that one of these guys is pushing me, which effectively means the same as eliminating 2 people. As over there where I knocked one of the players, there is only one more guy remaining. I could have also decided to fight the guy on the building here. However, he's gonna have a high gun on me and I do wanna evade that. So I actually just go for the push. I use my grill pad twice, hit him with a slide shot on my shotty, a jump shot, and some good follow-up shooting to knock the second guy. I'm stuck outside the zone here. The guy pushes me. I knock the third guy. As I see the last guy jump out of cover in front of me, I quickly dodge to the left behind this little pillar here, make him miss the shot, switch to my purple tag, finish the guy, and finish the whole squad. I really like how I adapted in this situation, because initially I thought I'm gonna knock 2 people on long range before I make the push. However, the situation shifted. They split up faster than I imagined, and one of them pushed me alone, which forced me to react quickly and make a decision. I think I chose the right one here. Afterwards, I connect with my team, shield back up. We get on top of this hill next to tilt the towers together, and I spot a guy in the distance. I hit 5 shots in a row on him on this distance, which just again shows how strong the infantry rifle is on long range, and fully knocked this guy. I really want to finish this dude before anybody throws a bunker on him, and I do just get him before he's out of reach. The random in our squad left the game, by the way, so now it's a 3v3 and we feel comfortable to push. I push over, throw a bunker behind him to block him off. However, sadly my weapon switch did not work and it just kept throwing all of my bunkers here. Sadly, I have this bug quite often recently. However, I still get the knock on him quite easily here, and we finish the fight with this guy as well. Team is 2 people down, so we're not afraid to push at all. Spot this guy on this rock here, hit him once. However, I can't quite finish this guy here. As I push up, I spot his mate respawning here and hit him for some good damage before he hops into this truck. We decide to blow up the truck, which forces them to jump out. As I hit a couple more shots on them, one of them actually got pushed into me with the shockwave, and we finished that guy. As we push in again, we spot this guy going into the gas station over there, as well as his teammate dropping back in. I spot another team on a high ground, quickly hit the guy, as I see the teammate run back into the gas station with the guy and hit him as well. I got a good angle here, and I'm staying here so that the enemy team cannot simply run out of the gas station. My team is to the right. I think they also know about the other team on the high ground, so the only way out would be to the left with maybe a grapple or shockwave grenades, which is why I decide to hold this angle right here. I do an insane amount of damage on this guy and my teammate knocks him before I start putting some pressure on this team on the back again, because I really don't like facing them on this high ground. Actually managed to knock one of them before I push closer to the gas station. I shift my angle to the left and thus get the perfect angle on the last guy here. Quickly knock him. Before I see that my teammate got knocked, I throw a shield bubble on him so that my other guy can rest. And as reboots are disabled, I finish the knock guy here. But another guy coming in, knock him as well. See another guy on the high ground, knock this guy as well. And yeah, super worth it that I went for this angle here. At this point, I feel comfortable to push this. I jump up, knock the guy again that just got rest, and finish the full squad. Let's actually go back in time a little bit and talk about how important it was that I actually also pressured the team on the high ground. So let's take a look at the situation here. Again, we had this one team that was fleeing from us, that was hiding in a gas station, and then behind this we had this team on the high ground. What happens if I don't put any pressure on the team on the high ground is that if we push the team in the gas station, they will easily shift down and third party us for free. They will have a high ground on us. We would have taken damage from the team in the gas station anyways. My teammate even got knocked, which means it would have been 2 versus 4. This would have been an easy GG if I didn't pay close attention to what's happening. Always try to make a plan for possible third parties, especially if you already can see the team coming. This really helped out here. Afterwards, I instantly get sniped to the face and I'm yelling at my team on Discord to throw a bunker on me. First one kinda misses here, but Lance picks me up anyways. Kira throws the perfect bunker right after, and literally a millisecond before the snipe hits, the bunker tanks it instead. This is probably the craziest save I've seen in my life. Lance drops me down, starts rezzing me. However, they still have an angle on him, but thankfully Kira helped with the rest. So as Lance gets knocked, I still get back up. I'm super low HP, I cannot go for the rest, I cannot go for the fight. So instead, I run and use my grapple to get back in cover over here. Kira finished the rest somehow, as I'm shielding back up to full HP. However, of course, the enemies are pushing, and Lance stood around for a little bit too long, so he gets knocked. I put some good damage on the guy that's pushing him though. However, they got more bunkers, and were absolutely forced to move. I use my grapple to get on the high ground, hit this guy with a quick headshot, and now we're in a weird position here. I have this team on the low ground, and got a really decent chance to do a lot of damage on them here. However, there is still another team, and I don't know their position at all. I did look around a lot of times, and didn't see any of them behind me though. So what we do is we place a bunker to my left so that I'm safe in case somebody is actually coming and trying to third party, and keep putting more damage on these guys on the low ground. I do get sniped, which forces me to use my last bit of shield I still had. However, I felt cocky and continued peeking, hit another nice headshot here, hit this guy one more time before he places a bunker, and his teammate also manages to snipe me. They did also destroy our bunker, by the way, and as I hear the other people fighting, I spot that this guy is actually in this bush. However, the zone is moving in, I don't really see the guy, so instead I decide to throw a bunker in the zone and continue playing the high ground here. This guy shoots a rocket at me, use this chance to hit him once before he gets into cover. Spot another guy, shoot this guy as well, as I get knocked with another snipe. However, Kira acted fast here and rezzed me, but I am down to 30 HP at this point, and the zone is moving in my back. I hit this guy for some crazy damage, use the shield bubble to move closer, and again, let's look at this situation here actually. I know the rest of the players is straight ahead here, because they all want to play the remaining high ground. If I push up here, it's a guaranteed death. I have no chance with my 80 HP and one teammate only, that also has no shield by the way, against the 4 remaining players. So the right choice is actually again to go low ground, and doing that saved me many times before in the previous episodes, if you guys remember. So I did it here as well. I slide down because enemies just don't see this play coming. Spot a guy hiding behind the tree there, quickly knock him, grapple over and place a shield bubble. And while all the enemies eliminated each other on the high ground, I got to move in front of them for free by playing low ground instead. Get the angle, finish the game. And really quickly, what we learned here before we hop into the next game is how important it is in the late game that you move in a way your enemy won't expect you to move, especially when there's a lot of players remaining and there's too many angles for you to cover. Even playing the low ground and being completely out of cover can be better than taking the same path the rest of the enemies is taking. Unpredictable movement is better than predictable movement, even if it's maybe on paper the wrong play. Okay, this next game is a duo match where I really wanted to give the hammer AR a proper try again. But the first thing I want to show you is actually this fight in the early game here. Let's take another look on this from the top. We hear it fighting back here in Dusty Docks. So we took the high ground. One of these guys is straight below me down here, and the other fight that I'm hearing is somewhere down here on the low ground. So the play I want to do here is deal with this guy on the high ground and then quickly third party whatever situation is happening in the back there. So what happens? I shoot this guy for 84 damage, and I see that the last damage was not on shield, meaning it's enough for me to make the push. I use the shockwave, I fly over perfectly just in front of this guy, finish him with the pistol before I push down with my shotty, hit him for 110 and quickly finish him with the second shot. Perfectly executed third party here. And after eliminating a couple more teams on drop here, things got very tough here. I spot a guy flying in, hit him once before I hit him with a crazy burst and knock this guy. The teammate pushes in, however I get him too, but now we're in trouble. I spot this guy throwing down a bunker straight in front of me while I'm on the low ground. So what do we do in this situation? I do have a bunker myself. However, if I also place it here, I'm still gonna be in a slight low ground, and even best case I would be in kind of like a stalemate here. So instead it is much better if I rotate to the right here with my grapple, because this area here is actually on a high ground, and place a bunker up there. Yes, it's not in the zone, but taking potential zone damage here is way better than simply dying on the low ground. So I do just that. I grapple up, throw down a bunker, and now I have the way better position. Look at how this bunker is now completely unusable for my enemy. However, the teammate was still on the high ground here. I hit him for 160 damage. However, the other guy used his opportunity to shoot me from the low ground. These guys were really well coordinated here. I used 3 of my chuck splashes here before I hear my teammate getting attacked. I try to help, hit him for 64 damage. However, he gets knocked. I'm trying to finish this guy by grappling on the high ground of this bunker. However, the other guy was still behind and hit me for some good damage here. I used my last little splash, pick up this shield, and try to grapple over. My weapon switch didn't work again, so I didn't get out of my bunker. Instead, I used to grapple again and go down to 6 HP before I can place my bunker. And at this point, the zone damage is very scary. So I instantly jump out, grapple over, grapple to the rock, another time to the tree, and barely get in cover here, and quickly start shielding up while I'm 4 HP. Spot this guy on the low ground. Hit him once only, because the bloom can already be an insane mess on this distance with the MIR. And as I hear all these people coming in, I decide to run. Use my last grapple to get on the high ground here. And afterwards, me and my mate use all this area on the map to loot up, get back to full HP, get bunkers, shields, and we're fully back in the game. This situation was ultra hard to survive, and I really made some key decisions here again that 100% kept me alive. First, playing the high ground, despite it being in the zone, then trying to help my teammate before even fully heating back up, then quickly deciding to run instead once I got damaged, then deciding to actually switch over to my last Chuck Splash to heal up before trying to bunker again, which really mattered at the end because if you remember, I survived with just 4 HP. If I didn't use the Chuck Splash, I'm dead 100%. And then quickly realizing I'm gonna die to the zone if I chill in this bunker for even just another 2 seconds and use the grapple to jump into the zone instead. And then even to quickly just run to the left side, knowing that the people behind me don't have an angle on me just now, instead of maybe hiding behind cover for a couple more seconds. I think if I did that, they shoot me in the back and I'm also dead. There really is a billion quick decisions you have to make in Fortnite Reload to stay alive because this mode is a mess. Anyways, after looting back up, a guy jumps in the middle of us, quickly uses a shockwave to get away. However, I hit him for 80 damage here, which is pretty crazy. Chase him down as he goes back on the high ground. Follow him up there though, knock him, but his teammate got a really good angle on me, so I slide back down and throw a bunker. I got some cover. However, as my teammate arrives, I grapple back up, hit him for 64 midair there, try to chase him down. However, don't find him here in this building. Eventually spot another guy on the low ground here, hit him for some decent damage before his mate hits me as well. My mate peeks a sniper rifle and does get one-shot headshot here, as the other guy shockwaves over. There's no chance I'm resing him, so instead I use my grapple on this tree here to get on this next building. And after waiting for my teammate to respawn, I notice there's a guy running to this car behind me. After breaking the wall to get an angle, I snipe this guy. Don't know how this wasn't a headshot, by the way. Grapple over as he desperately flees into the open here. However, we don't want to take more risks, so we go back in the building. And after a while of just letting these guys fight each other, I get an angle on this guy, quickly headshot him, spot the other guy on the low ground, and since we're in the top 4, we know this is his teammate, so the last thing we want is give this guy an opportunity to rest. So instead, we push the building super hard, we knock the guy, and guess what? He was already here. We damage him on the way out. I spot him running into this building. I throw a shield bubble in front of it so that he cannot open the door and shoot me. And here I'm feeling cocky. I pull out the sniper rifle, open the door, he peeks, and I quick scope him to finish the game. 2 really great matches and a lot to learn here. So the key things I want you guys to take away from this, let's make a quick summary. On the first match, it was creating different angles together with your team. This is also doable with randoms, by the way. You can see what angle your team is taking and simply reposition yourself a little bit to prevent enemies from fleeing. And then the very end, I won with unpredictable movement in the end game, especially when you have to reposition into the final zones with multiple people alive. Do not take the optimal path, because this path will be taken by most enemies. Instead, try to find a path nobody will take, even if it's completely open, especially if the other guys are already fighting each other. They're busy, you'll be able to move and get ahead of them to shoot backwards. And yeah, I pretty much got a free win with 30 HP against 4 remaining players this way. This is insanely strong. And then for the second match, honestly, third party decisively if you're gonna go for it. Do not let your enemies recover once you have an advantage. Play out your advantage and finish the fight. And honestly, this is also how the end game worked and how we got this win here pretty much for free as well. Simply by being patient, we waited for the opportunity where I hit this guy in the head with a snipe, and then we played on that advantage that we knocked one guy by not letting this guy go to the knocked body of his teammate and letting him get the res. We pushed the building, despite us not having any cover on the way there. But number 1 priority there was to not let this guy res. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the video. It was a lot of effort again. If you enjoyed it, leave a like and subscribe. And yeah, more to come of this, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.